Hello, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. This episode is from the 19th of September of the year 2025. Today is a Friday. And today's show, as we continue this trend on simple, on very common sense, on very to the heart topics, very universal, connected topics, your soul is talking to you. Again, this show was inspired by a video I watched on my YouTube algorithm that I extracted a support 3-minute clip. And without further ado, I think this is the type of video, very short episode today, very simple concept. Let's watch the support video together. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this very short Friday episode. Your soul is talking to you.
Have you ever woken up with your heart pounding after a dream that didn't feel like a dream, but rather an ancient memory? If you've dreamed this, your past life is trying to speak to you. And no, it's not a coincidence. It's not just your mind creating random images. It's your soul searching for the lost pieces of its story. There are dreams that don't fade away at dawn. Dreams that make no sense but carry an emotional weight that's impossible to ignore. Places you've never been, but somehow recognize. Names you don't know, but when you hear them in your dream, they break you inside. Faces that seem from another era, but look at you as if they've always known you. What happens when the soul needs to close something that was left unfinished in another life? What happens when the past hasn't died, but keeps breathing in the corners of your subconscious? Chico Xavier used to say that the soul carries invisible scars, and that dreams are one of the few channels where the eternal can touch the temporal. Maybe that accident you dream about over and over isn't a fear. It's a memory, a warning, a cry from the soul asking for reconciliation. The Spiritist doctrine teaches us that the spirit is immortal and that it reincarnates to learn, to heal, to make amends. But sometimes, when the soul has gone through something very intense, that experience remains like trapped energy, waiting for a space in this life to be released. And what if your nightmares were nothing more than old chapters trying to close their cycle? Carl Jung sensed it. What is not made conscious manifests as fate. And many of our destinies are actually unresolved threads from other existences. That's why, when you dream of fire, of wars, of children crying in languages you don't speak, when you see yourself in different bodies, in ancient times, in rituals you don't understand, maybe you're not dreaming. Maybe you're remembering because the soul does not forget. It just waits for you to be ready. And if you're listening to this, it's because you already are. Get ready. We're going to explore the most powerful signs that your past life is trying to communicate with you, not from fear, but from awakening. Dreams that aren't dreams. Memories of the soul. Sometimes we think we're dreaming, but in reality, we're entering a deep archive of our soul. Those dreams that seem too vivid, too intense, too real. Has that ever actually happened to you before?
As I said already many times, and I'm sorry if I bore you with the same comment, these support videos have been excellent to me, and I think they just explain a concept in such a good way in just 3 minutes. Again, this is not my work. As always, I include the link to the original video, which in this case is in Spanish, and the creator in case you want to check them out. By the way, now with the technology of auto dubbing, you can probably enjoy some of these creators' work in English or even other languages in a very acceptable manner. Your soul is talking to you all the time, my friend. All the time, your soul is talking to you. All the time, your soul is talking to you in a beautiful way. Yes, through dreams, that's a common one. But I feel every day as we go through our day, as we go through life, our soul, again, through science, through second-hand conversations, through intuitions, through those feelings that arrive from nowhere, through that resonation as you're watching a movie, as you're reading a book, as you're talking to someone, your soul is trying to make you remember. And this video could easily be the kind of, poster child of this channel, because out there on the bottom left corner, you see an image. If you're watching this in your computer, you're watching on your cell phone, it's hard to see. On your computer, it's pretty clear. Discover who you are is the image. And that's the message. That's the logo of the channel. And it's very simple statement, very simple concept. Remember who you are. I say discover, but really remember who you are. Allow your soul to tell you who you are, because your soul is dying to tell you who you are. Your soul is really trying to tell you your full story. So it will use any methods, dreams, signs, intuitions. It will talk to you. But as we are engulfed in this dense, I understand, dense reality, as we're engulfed in this physical, material reality, we put our soul. I know it sounds sad. I know it sounds, someone say, no, that's not true. We do put our soul kind of in the back burner and say, hey, I want to concentrate on this conscious life, okay? Trust me, the best thing of this journey I've been through for the past few years is trying to listen to myself. And I'm doing such a poor job still. It's an everyday process. And I was talking to someone and was telling me, just relax and the messages are going to get better because I'm kind of stuck that I want the next step. The intuitions are great and all of those stuff is great. But I want real, more advanced experiences similar to the ones I had intuitively as a child. What happens? We grow up and our mind will create kind of a veil, will create a protection that will actually try to get you even more submerged, even more engulfed in this reality so you listen to your soul less. Okay, yes, that's it. This reality doesn't want you to listen to your soul. This reality doesn't want you to remember. That's the reason we are consciously memory erased as we're born. They claim that is for benefit. They claim it's so we have a clean slate. I don't buy it. It's for a purpose, for an agenda. It's because the game is over. When you discover who you are, when you remember who you are, the reality is over for you. Okay. And I think many of us, millions, billions probably, right now in the world, we're just going through the motions now. We're really, that's why when I see channels and I see creators creating content, oh, is this, is that? Really, that sounds like yesterday's news to some of us. That sounds like you're beating a dead horse. We all know that already. It's time to get to the next step. That is one, how this reality changes as we all change with it, and how we probably elect for the time being to leave this reality in our next experience change, in our next change of stage, in our next movie we're going to participate. That is the time we depart this reality. We go through a process commonly known as death, which is not death, it's just a process, it's just a transition. But both things are very important right now. Is elevating this reality as we all elevated by elevating ourselves. And number two, the thing that this reality, as it's going through a transition, is going to be left alone a little bit because it's a natural thing to do. And it's going to grow. So new souls arrive and enjoy this very different reality in the future, what is called the new world. That is not going to be this dense reality. It's not going to be a reality, first of all, that you forget. You're going to come here with all the information of who you are. It's not going to be a reality you're going to suffer. Suffering only exists in the physical. Suffering is only material. Suffering is an agenda. Okay, it's like that. It's not a learning. I want to shout it sometimes. Suffering is not in the cards. Suffering is not universal. Suffering is not creator given. Okay, we don't suffer in other realities. You don't suffer when you sleep. You don't suffer when you're in pure spiritual state. So this reality is going to change. That suffering ends, and true abundance is going to jump in. Not prosperity, not having a lot of money, not having a Ferrari, not having a huge bank account, not having a Rolex, not traveling all the time. That's not prosperity. That just means you are lucky in scarcity, like that. True abundance is like air. It's like waking up and everything without the appetite for the excesses, without the appetite for the desires, without the appetite for the physical emotions or physical pleasures, without that appetite of just going through a reality, just really not worrying and not suffering. Worry and suffering are going to be gone. Trust me on that. As this reality changes, how? By listening to your soul. You have only one thing you can do. You can change yourself. That's the only thing. You cannot change the world. You are not here to save the world. You are not the world saver. I'm sorry about that. By the way, I'm not either. No one that is listening. It's not a responsibility. It's not like that. That's another program that some people get through the ego that, oh, I'm here. I'm enlightened. I'm awake. And I need to share this message because I need to awaken as much people as possible. No, not at all. You need to keep your own awakening by listening to your own soul, your own message, by keep discovering your story. Trust me, you're not gonna be done in 1,000 years. Okay, you are. It's something like it seems you're almost done, and then suddenly a new piece of road is apparent, and you say, "Wow, I'm so behind." Yes, like that. That you probably get it. Like going through school that you were in 6th grade, 5th grade, and you felt like, oh, maybe I'm not so far behind, and then suddenly, oh my God, I need 3 more grades, I need 8 more grades, and like that. And it doesn't seem to end ever. Your soul is talking to you all the time. Your soul is your connection to the Creator. Your soul is your intuition. Your soul is the real you. How about I leave you with a suggestion? How about if you haven't so, I don't know, you probably have, but let's assume you haven't. How about you start listening to your soul today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. If everything's okay, I shall see you back on Friday. Take care. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, lust, envy, violence, justice through violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions are only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very